Welcome, everybody. For those of you watching this back and wondering, I have no idea what's up with the color on my stream right now. Like, I didn't change any settings from the other day, and it is just clearly, like, the wrong saturation. I tried doing a little bit of color correction, but I don't know. It looks weird. Anyway, welcome, everybody. Let's just keep rolling. It looks so bad. I do not understand it. Okay. Like, it looks weird on y'all's end, too, right? This isn't just my screen isn't set up properly or something. I don't know what's up, Clobbs. This is a weird one. I don't know. I may try playing more. I will try playing more with the color correction and other filters later, but it's... God, it looks so bad. Poison is a direct damaging effect, Eli. So yes, you're correct. The Ghost Rider relic is pretty good for her. For a minute, I saw the 25 seconds, and I was like, oh god, I'm about to time out. And then I was like, right, I only had 60 in the first place. Don't dex my specials. Yeah, no problem. The part of that relic that improves, I think there's a rune for ability power rate, also helps her. Hey, work, how's it going, man? It is definitely late. I'm just behind this month, so I'm gonna get a little bit of progress in. This color is gonna annoy me so much. It doesn't look better if I turn this off, right? Like, the color is maybe more accurate, but it's so dark. What's going on? Just getting home from work myself. I'm gonna leave it off because that's at least less Xboxy, but let me go step. I probably should have used somebody with Anthony Miss here. This may be too slow. I can redo it if I need to. I have no idea why you think that those two things are related, Puff. And I remember your question from the last stream, so I kind of just suspect that you're being a troll. I don't really appreciate that. What's up, clubs? What did you realize? I do have night, or I think, you know what? I think I have it enabled, but like, I'm telling you what y'all are seeing is not what's on my iPad. They're not even close to the same colors. Yeah, work gets me. I don't understand the connection to the tier list at all. Um, like, I'm sorry that you're having a bad time with crashing and lagging. There's not something I can fix. I'd recommend submitting a support ticket with as much detail as you can. I'll check in a sec, clubs. Ooh, nice. Heavy intercept. Bonus points. Hey, Cream Cheese. How's it going, man? Okay. Pause. Like, that clearly changed what I was looking at a little bit. I guess that's better. I guess it is night shift. It's so weird that it has such a different effect through the capture card than on the screen's display itself. Oh, whatever. Thanks for the shout, clubs. Okay. Ant-Man, we want Purifier, so I'm just gonna go straight for Shang-Chi. No. Everything's set up exactly the same way it was. Double check if it's messing with something. I mean, it looks like Night Shift probably was the problem, and it's just been... I guess I haven't streamed with this particular iPad. After 10 p.m. yet, but... I don't know, I wasn't expecting it to be that bad. Hey, Gwens. Okay, Overseer Punk. I don't know why I did that. Well. Hey, Leroy, how's it going? That sounds right, Gwen. You're also probably asking the wrong person because I have been so checked out from events this month. Hey, Cat, welcome. Hey, no. Go away. Okay, I still have two of these. These are getting longer. Toad is a problem. That's about it. Cool. Oops, I guess we're trying Blade for, for Wolverine here. I think he could probably do it. Wolverine has like 7 health. I'm basically just practicing parries here. Not doing very hot so far. Note to self, synergy for Blade that self-roots him during Special 2, so he gets the full burst of power from it. Oh, nice work. Hey, Kurt. They wrecked through most of it. Yeah, there's a lot of new champs. Rude. Okay. This is fine. We're gonna learn how to use Cassandra here. Because we just get to try this again, right? If I had her stat focus set, that might help. Oh god, yeah, Betsy's a rough one. Cool. I don't think that was optimal, but it was better than the first time. Cat chooses her words carefully. Little pre-bed ranking. She did not say little pre-bed leveling. Nice, Cat. I'm realizing that I already haven't entered EQ, and so at this point I should max out the Venom the Duck relic to make sure my prestige is as high as it can be before I head in. Nah, that'll be... I mean, we're fine here with options. Ultron it is. If Red Guardian's buff immune, how is Nico applying buffs to Red Guardian and taking poison damage? She's not. She's trying to apply a buff to Red Guardian, and he's immune to it. And that is the exact trigger for her poison. When someone tries to gain a buff and is immune to it. Like, Red Guardian doesn't say the ability accuracy of incoming buffs is reduced. He doesn't say that people can't apply buffs to him. He doesn't say that he can't even try to gain buffs. He just says he's immune to them. So they bounce off. He gains durability, which is good, but also he instantly triggers Nico's poison. Hey Charles, welcome. How's it going, Akbar? Yeah, in hindsight, Cable was maybe not the best choice for testing Cassandra because he has the power gain, but that's okay. Hey Chris, how's it going? Which one was this? Okay, Cyclops. Hold on. Yeah. Buff immunes are not who you want to use against Nico unless they themselves are poison immune, like Cassie or Ant-Man. I know I'm not playing Samurai optimally. I find a lot of medium very boring. Yeah, Silk does fine because Silk isn't buff immune. Silk just doesn't gain the buff in the first place. Yeah, Hulk and Anti-Venom are both decent. It is important to note that, like, being immune still triggers her power gain. Love when that happens. You are going to want to find something for that, but she's not too bad. As far as there being options. She's definitely annoying in Battlegrounds, because a lot of her best counters are a little bit slower for now. Hey, boy. Yeah, exactly. Joaquin and Silk are on the same page there. Quicksilver, too. Yeah, I made the mistake of assigning Shuri against Nico once, and never again. My bad. Yeah, Red Guardian was the original question. Not a good one. Cool. I love when my parries don't work. There's some juicy crits. Shuri is immune to Dex Cat, which is really bad in this case, because she also doesn't really have any way to deal with the special one, and so you can gain up to 3 poisons, or up to 4 poisons on each special one. It's a bad time. You can gain more than 4. Yeah, well, they are pretty long. Yep. After all, that is the point of her kit, right? Like, Nico punishes champs that are buff immune the same way that Claire does. They're similar in that. Hey, Snoops. Okay, Gentle, Jean, Iceman. Those are the ones we gotta watch for. This is fine. Consistently use glare for Red Skull? I'm not surprised. You're welcome for fixing glancing. It used to be a lot hard, or a lot easier to mess up. I won't say harder, because you can still play around it. Take care, Kurt. Nice, Charles. Iceman's a cool one. Not at the top of my priority list, in part because my battle group has a couple, but yeah, he's cool. Hey, Nick, how's it going? That was unpleasant. I thought I dexed out of that hit. Eh. We still want for champs. Like, I know what you're saying. SSX's rosters are on the larger side, but doesn't mean that when you're planning, everybody always has the right ones. But it does usually feel like we have enough Icemen. Have I missed some defensive exhaustions, Nick? Not trying to be sarcastic, but, like, is there a mechanic that you're worried about there? No, I got you, Charles. Because the reason I'm asking is, like, this is kind of similar to when I built Patriot. He does some things to counter Disorient, and some people pushed back on that a little bit because they're like, well, Disorient is skill. And my response was, well, if you actually look at where Disorient lives, offensive Disorient is skill. Defensive Disorient is science. And that's why he kind of needed to answer it. Looking at exhaustion, it might be common in science, and I understand that some exhaustions do have ability power rate control. It's not very common at all defensively in science. So I don't really think that it's something he needs to answer, personally. Yeah, Howard should be fast enough. Let's do it. Cool. I'll play BGs for sure. Probably not as much as I did last season. We'll see. I mean, the answer, Nick, is because we didn't want to do a blanket immunity. That's not the point. The point is to protect a couple target matchups. The point is not for that mechanic to be uninteractable for all time by just bypassing everything that might counter it. Which I realize is not how you phrased it, but like, do you get what I mean? Oh, I'm sorry. I misread your comment. I did not see you say, I get why you wouldn't do it. Yeah, it's just because, like, if we're trying to hit a few target matchups, then we're going to target them. And so that means that we're not going to go wider than we need to. Sorry, I completely misread you there. Yeah, like, it wasn't an intentional omission, because I don't think it even came up, honestly. But I think I probably personally would have argued against it if it had come up, for all the reasons that we just talked about. Okay, this feels like a good place to use Soulhark. I have no idea how to use Soulhark, but that's fine. We can try it multiple times. I don't have no idea how to use Soulhark, but it's been a long time since I playtested him. Let's say that. I don't think you really have to understand how to use him for that, though. Yeah, like, to be perfectly honest, if High Evolutionary didn't apply basically unavoidable withers, there's a decent chance we might not have protected Punisher's loop at all. But that one needed to be at least serviceable. Yeah, that could have been better. I really do not enjoy the current animation bug where everything just ends. Okay, Gene, then Gentle. Probably use Maker here. Yeah, like Gentle's just going to be annoying. Makes sense, Charles. Definitely has some commonalities. Yeah, I still don't know exactly what caused it, but definitely a bug. Hey, fly. Um, yeah, the insight is that it just wasn't planned, right? Like it wasn't in any of the forum posts or communications about this season, so it was never part of the plan. So it didn't happen. Like that's not an automatic thing. Who should I use here? Ant-Man's both pretty good. I did not, Charles. Same month as Paviter, and we don't really do them at the same time. Well, that went pretty well. Why do you ask, Charles? Just out of curiosity. I mean, I know you said out of curiosity, but I'm curious why you think I might have. Yeah. I'm also hoping to pull Lizard. I forget exactly what my tally is at now. I don't know, Nick. It's like in full is kind of a tall ask. And I know you understand that, but it's just like I generally trust y'all to be cool, and there's a bunch of other people in the community who are cool about this stuff as well. Um, but there are also some very loud people who just make it tough to trust certain things, right? Like there are just parts of the champion process that wouldn't be as popular. I'm fine saying this one since he's mine. Like Paviter was tuned down at least twice during his process, and that's not because we were like trying to make it so that people didn't have fun or anything. And it wasn't the balance team coming to me and going like, "Oh, you cooked too hard." It's just that like that's how champion development works because you throw some numbers at a page, you're trying to make sure that the rotation actually works, that the economy is correct, that it's fun, that it makes sense, that doing this, then that feels like you're actually getting something out of a champion. And then you kind of go, okay, everything's working. Are the numbers correct? And there are a lot of people who would not be chill about numbers coming down, no matter how reasonable. So it's just. I It's also that like getting that ready for broad consumption would probably take a fair amount of money without much return, and that is like a very unsatisfying reason to give for me, not just expected for y'all. Like I hate giving that reason, but I do think that would probably get in the way. We'll see. I mean, I think stuff like that is cool. I'm always happy to chat more about processes, but yeah. I am feeling quite good with how Blue Marvel's coming along. I don't know if I've said this openly yet, but like coming off of Summoners Fest and being sick for like a week and a half, I was honestly quite behind on him. And so when he was announced and people were congratulating me and happy about it, I was like I was not in a good headspace because he didn't even feel close to done. And people are like, "Oh yeah, he's gonna be great. DLL's gonna crush it," and I'm like, "Is he? Am I?" Um, but last week was very, very productive. Um, and I'm very happy with where he is right now. There are still things to clean up, and he hasn't gone through his balance tuning passes, kind of to what we were just talking about. But I'm quite happy with him. Looking forward to it. I've never actually seen the Kill Bill movies, Gwen, but that I'm definitely taking that as a compliment for the animation, so that's cool. I mean, the game's just got a lot to load, Yolza. The models are pretty big. There's code for each character. There's background stuff. There's the stage. I'd love for it to be faster too, and we are constantly working on optimization. Like literally constantly, there are people in engineering working on that. But yeah, there's always going to be a minimum there. Excuse me. I don't know why I said excuse me. Y'all definitely didn't hear that burp. Whatever. Yeah, Stellar Doom would be a pretty interesting one. Gotcha, Charles. Take care, man. Sure hope the arbitrary numbers don't go down. Yeah, I know I've talked about this, but it's definitely been a while. When I first started, like, there was a moment when I first had a balance person tell me absorbing man's numbers needed to come down in a spot where, like, my gut reaction was to be defensive. But if you've heard of like first thought is what your mind just does in reaction, and then second thought is when you're actually thinking about it and you're trying to be an adult. It's important to have a lot of second thoughts. My second thought with it was, well, it's not like I did anything to calculate those numbers, right? Like, they were pretty educated guesses. It's a miracle I was as close as I was, but like, I was kind of throwing numbers at the page, right? I didn't sit down, and I never sit down and do like, okay, well, I want this damaging effect to be exactly this large because then that's going to play into this rotation because it's going to be used this many times. Like, I do math during my process, but not at the start when I'm just kind of throwing things down and seeing how they feel. And so, like, if I didn't put effort into the numbers in the first place, it's not accurate. If I didn't put a lot of effort into the numbers in the first place, then why should I have any of my identity attached to them, right? And so, why should I ever get defensive about somebody telling me that they need to change? I should be working with them to find the best possible spot for that number, which is how we work with the balance team. No. It's totally okay, Leroy. And I presented it comedically. You are allowed to laugh. Oh. Okay, I'm not going to be running much longer. But if anybody wants to do the Venom the Duck thingy, I'm down. Where is the duck? There he is. Cool, that's easy. I don't have to mess with the friends list. I will send you... Excuse me. Invite. I appreciate it. Take care, Snoops. Oh, yeah, I know exactly the one you're talking about, Akbar. And yeah, like when we start... Oh, your deck isn't set. Okay, no problem. Yeah, I'll give you a sec. Um, but yeah, like when we do our first pass, we normally don't have numbers down at all, right? And some of you have heard me talk about this before, but often it'll be something along the lines of like the first hit of this special attack deals a um low incinerate for long seconds, and then it'll be like the special two, and then max stacks like high, right? And then the special two will say like each hit deals a burst of high damage for each incinerate on the opponent. I think I kind of just described Frank, but like in reverse. You get what I mean though, right? Um, we're very unspecific, and then we dial it in later. Because at that stage, it's more just about conveying intent. Take care, Nick. For it. Can you imagine banning Venom the Duck? I like how they're all cosmic. That's a nice touch. There he is. It is a very good profile choice. Sweet. Glad we both got him. I'm just kind of impressed you didn't run out of cosmetics. Keeping him rank 1, at least for now. There's a decent chance I'll take him up, but I am being a little bit precious with resources heading into Banquet. And, like, a little is doing a lot of work in that sentence, because I've spent a lot that I haven't needed to. Yeah. Akbar and I are kind of saying the same thing in different ways. Cool, cool. Hey. Yeah, the first click didn't take. Oh well. Oh no! Cat. It's like the MCOC equivalent of joke flicking a friend and then actually catching them in the eye. Alright, stop being shy, buddy. Well, that's dumb. Alright, at least you're getting one. I'm aware this is not good content, so if y'all have any questions, now is a good time to ask them. Yeah. You're right, Clubs. Alright, how about you ask me non-problematic questions? Let's say that. Can I even... Oh, it didn't save, so that's fine. Okay. What champ would I take on a picnic and what would they bring? Oh, it's been a while since you asked me this one. I would ban champs that are in my deck, but I don't even know. Let's start there. Oh, Surfer definitely is. Which, whatever. Okay, I'll pick more and I'll go down to the bottom. I don't think Absorbing Man and Hercules are in the same conversation at all. They're cream cheese. Ah, gotcha, Gwen. Bro! Oh, take care, Misty. Alright. Okay, so once the fight has actually started, it's fine for me to quit out and then edit my deck, right? Or did I have to hit start first? Apologies if so, but give me a second here. One second. Okay, now we're good. Rob is not. I haven't heard from Rob in at least a year, which makes me sad. I'm pretty sure I still have his number somewhere, so I'll need to go chase him down sometime when I'm in Chicago. I miss Rob. Well, it sounds like you're describing Herc as though he were a problem on defense, Cream Cheese. I don't... He's an annoying defender, but I don't think that's really the conversation. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, you can't even quit out anymore. I didn't realize that. That's fine. Not that. Not that at all. I am still thinking about your question, Kat. Who would I take to a picnic these days? Bro! No, the Kabam banner isn't new. Yeah. I'm a champion designer. Actually, I guess it's like it's new-ish in the context of what you're asking, and that like they added them a year and a half, 2 years ago, somewhere around there. Before that, we didn't. Um, And I think the answer I'm coming to is that, like, as messy as she is in comics, and especially, like, as much as I would not want to, thank you, Jesus. Um, as much as I would not want to spend time with any of Jean's alter egos, I feel like Jean would be a pretty good hang at a picnic. I feel like she would have, like, hook up on good crackers, bring some good fruit. Yeah, I think that's my vote for now. Although in the same vein, Carolina would probably have a grand old time. She and Nico would let me third wheel. Bring roast duck. And this one was only a half success too, because Akbar missed, which sucks. Want a woman that can actually read minds. I mean, like, I understand what you mean. But on some level, it would make communication easier. Like, I'm sure she's used to seeing people's honest thoughts. I feel like I probably stack up better than average there. Could be worse. Sometimes I wish my wife could read my mind. Okay. This has not been going well. What you doing there, buddy? Having a tough time talking to the servers? This might be a sign to call it and go to bed. I appreciate it, Ak. We can catch up on this later. All right, thank you, everybody. I'll do some more content soon. This is ridiculous. I probably won't stream the next run. Oh, have I?